Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're in the kitchen today because I'm going to show you how to make some fire kisses. So there's a couple different ways to make these. I learned the basic way in Girl Scouts. So the basic way is just to take like a stick candle, cut it about this big, and wrap it in wax paper. So what that does is it allows for you to light the wax paper, and then because of the candle wax, it slowly burns and it catches more wood on fire for like a fire pit, bonfire type of situation. That's the basic way. Now, my way, I'm not sure where I learned it from. I was going through a phase of being more useful of trash items, you know, trying to reuse things rather than just tossing them and adding more to the dump. So everything that I'm using is literally stuff that most people would throw away. So it doesn't really cost anything. And I am going to slightly change how I make it just because I don't care that it makes a mess. So I clean up the mess, no big deal. But I'm sure there are some of you with nicer kitchens than me. So I'm going to slightly adjust it so that it's an easier cleanup and doesn't stain anything, stuff like that. So I guess we'll get to what you need. This camera angle is not the best, but this is what we're working with. So first thing you'll need is an egg carton. Make sure, there's only a few things that are required. There's more leniency in other areas, but like this, it needs to be the cardboard egg carton, because the styrofoam one isn't going to work. So you need the cardboard egg carton. It can be the 6, it doesn't have to be a 12. If you can find it in the 18, because you want a big one, it might actually also work for those cases of eggs you can get with just the bottom part. I'm sure it could work for that too. I just prefer that there's a lid. That way there's more to burn. There's more. This acts more as a wick, which I'll show you how I burn it probably next week because it's raining for a whole week. So let's see here. What else? Oh, make sure that it's clean. You don't want any egg residue. And it's not that it will cause problems with burning. It's just that you're not going to use a whole carton for one bonfire. Literally 2 will create a bonfire. So this will last a while, and you don't want egg residue sitting in your basement getting bugs and stuff. So that's the only requirements for the egg carton. Just that it's clean and it's cardboard. You can have varying sizes. It doesn't even have to have the lid. I just like the lid. So there's that. Then you'll need wax. So I use leftover wax things. They don't have to be the same color. Don't have to be the same fragrance. I'm even going to burn this little guy because he's not really cute, so I figured I'd just add him to the thing. I have an old Christmas tree that I'm sure was in something I got from my grandma's house. So, all that. The next ingredient is lint. It doesn't matter if there's dog hair, human hair, material, even dryer sheets is fine. As long as it's burnable. You don't want any like plastic. I know that sometimes I have little pieces of plastic from cleaning the dog sheets. So you don't want to have any plastic bits or anything like that. That can cause some issue with burning. I think that causes it to pop, and you don't want popping in fires. So just most people, like I said, most people throw this stuff away. I have an exorbitant amount of lint, and I was like, there has to be a use for this. Burning. It burns very well. So for melting of the wax, I have a specific pot for it. That way I'm not messing up anything quote-unquote nice. My pots aren't nice, but I just wanted a designated wax melting pot. And then for you guys, to make it easier to clean up, a cookie sheet with wax paper. The reason for this is what you're going to do basically is you're going to be pouring wax on here, and since it is cardboard, it will leak through, and if you have like red that can stain countertops, this way when it dries you can just peel it off the wax paper, and there you have it. So let's see here. First step, I'm hoping to get this done before the dogs start barking and before my roommate comes home, because you know, people look at you funny when you're talking to yourself in your kitchen. So let's see, let me move this down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you have the egg carton. I don't know if I can, like I said guys, I don't have like a perfect setup or anything. So you have your egg carton here. What you're going to do is you're going to take the lint and you're going to shove them in the little egg spots. It doesn't, there's no specific amount, you just kind of want it to seem like it's full. I brought a lot of lint up because I like it to have a lot of burning material. Let's see. Tear it apart, stretch it out, whatever you gotta do. I guess I could have brought a little bit more up. Okay. So, super simple. Shove it in there. As you can see, this is basically 99% dog hair. It still burns, so that's not a huge deal. But dog hair is everywhere when you have dogs. So that's that. The next step, we're gonna need to burn the wax, or melt the wax. So let me see if I can get this over here. Actually, you guys know how to melt wax, right? Put it in the pot, put it on the stove, and melt it. If I come across anything fancy that I need to do extra, then I will turn the camera back on. Alright guys, it's been melting for a couple minutes. Obviously the bigger the candle pieces, the longer it'll take to melt. And also I like to remove any stems or wicks, I guess. Any wicks or the metal pieces, you know, the little round metal pieces that are in the bottom of some candles. I like to remove those. No specific reason, I just do. So give me a minute and we'll go back to the counter. Okay, sorry for the chaos, but I never recorded in my kitchen, and like I said, I'm trying to get this done before anything happens. So this was that little metal piece that I was telling you about. This will definitely cause popping in the fire, so I would remove those. If it's just the wick like this, that's not a huge deal because that is meant to burn. So this is just me being OCD about something that obviously is not a clean thing. Let me let them out. Hold on. Okay. So I have the melted wax, and all I'm doing is pouring it over. You want to try and get it. Oh, see, this is why. You want to try and get it in each pocket. I may have made a little too much, but it'll just mean it burns longer. And also why I have it on the pan. Because this would have ended up on the counter here, which it's wax, so it's not like it's that detrimental, but I was trying to help you guys to make it less messy. for the pot, just put it in the sink, it'll solidify. Now, so this is basically it, okay? Nothing major, all stuff that you would have thrown away anyways. What you're gonna do is you're gonna let this sit and solidify. Obviously it's still boiling, so you don't want it to move too much. The stuff that landed on the side here, inside the pan, is already solidified. So if it landed on your counter, or you don't have a cookie sheet to do this, or don't have wax paper, whatever the case may be, it's not a huge deal. I've done it on my counter multiple times because I had a whole bunch of these and a whole bunch of lint and was like, I'm going to use this. So that's what I did. Once this is set and my fire pit is dry enough, because it's like non-stop raining. Once all those factors have been taken care of, then I will add more to this video of me using it. So if I'm in a different outfit, then that's why. I wanted to say thank you to my subscribers. I don't know how I convinced 46 of you to subscribe, but I thank you very much. It requires 50 subscribers to do a live, which seemed completely impossible for me to reach. But now that I'm 4 subscribers away, I think it's more possible. So if you're new to my channel, if this is the first time you've seen any of my videos and you like what you see, hit the like button for me. Maybe subscribe. I do completely random things. Usually it's crochet or resin stuff, but I've been throwing in other things because I had broken my thumb in January, so I had to get a little creative. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and yeah, there should be a little snippet after this of me using it. So until then, so this is the using of the Fire Kiss. Rest of the tutorial. I can't focus today, so I figured burning stuff would be fun. So let's get to some safety tips before I get into the actual burning process. Okay, so for the first thing, you want to make sure that it's kind of cleaned up around the edges. You don't want any sparks or anything to catch any dry grass, and then you have a wildfire on your hand. Try and find a shady spot to sit. You don't want to leave fire unattended, just because you never know what it's going to do. It has a mind of its own. All I have is some dry bark underneath, because I had some logs cut and they just kind of peeled off. Some tree limbs, and then some dried overgrowth that I had cleaned off of my fence. And that's what I use. The overgrowth is more of kindling, so I'll use that to catch the fire, and then any bark or larger limbs is to sustain the fire. Better way to do this, but this is what we got. Okay, so this one I've used a few times. It's obviously not the full 12 pack. This is actually half, so this will be the size of a 6-pack. As you can see, I tried making it clean. That's Daisy. Say hi. I tried to keep it clean and put it on some paper towels. It's stuck. It's still burnable, so we're good. Miss Daisy, you're going to have to move. Thank you. I don't know if you guys can see where the egg... There it is. You see where the lip is there? So what I'll do is I'll... Choco, come on. I will just break that off. It's okay if more comes off than necessary, but I usually just do 2. And then we'll put it in the fire. So where I'll put it, I'll usually put it underneath, where it will catch the kindling and also potentially catch the bigger pieces of wood. It is a slow burn, so it may take a few minutes, but I will record it and then hopefully just fast forward. That way you guys know how long it takes. I think the top broke off the lid for this portion, so usually I'd have a bigger wick to work with, but it all burns, so it's good. You may have to light it in a few different places. And you can use matches. I just never have very good luck with matches. So I'll let that burn, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I just set it. You can't see my watch. It's 3:45. I literally just caught it on fire. It's catching the kindling really well. Let's see if I can get... Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with barking. I don't want to I don't want to cut it and then you guys claim I'm putting fuel on it or something. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. 3 minutes and the fire's already pretty good size. It'll just get bigger. There's been a few times where I walk away I light it. I'm like, oh, it's going to take a couple minutes. I walk upstairs and I come back out and I have a freaking full-blown bonfire. You can see it's already catching some of the bigger limbs. It's probably caught the bottom bark as well. But yeah, I'm going to give it a few minutes. I'm sure it will spread over. That's just obviously where I put the kiss, so it's going to be stuck there for a few minutes. Okay. Alrighty. 3:49. So it's been 4 minutes. It's catching the top there, the top piece. So yeah, it'll just get bigger. So always stay with your fire once it gets going, and wait until it's completely done before walking away. If you don't want to wait for everything to cool off, like for embers and all the ash to cool, you can always pour some water on it. It does create some smoke depending on how hot it is, or throw, I think you can put sand on it, but I'm not 100% sure because I've never done that. But never keep fire going, especially if it's not protected by brick or whatever you have your fire pit in. So there you go, there's Fire Kisses. Update, I have 47 subscribers. So I'm 3 subscribers away from being able to go live, so I'm pretty excited about that. Thank you to everyone who stuck around through my rambling and anything else that happened during the video. And I will see you later. 15 minutes, nothing moved or added. There you go.